Good morning, all. Today we are going to discuss about the one of the important question of law of demand sharing returns. So the law of demand sharing returns states that an additional amount of a single factor of production will result in decreasing the marginal output of production. So it is also in demand sharing means so it is also in decreasing. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే సో అడిషనల్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ సింగిల్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ సో ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఇన్ సింగిల్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఇట్ కెన్ బి యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ అడిషనల్ అమౌంట్ so will be result so it can be decreasing to the in a marginal output of production so will be decreased to the in marginal output. The law assumes other factors to be constant so other factors it can be in constant. It means that if x produces why there will be a point when adding the more quantities of x will not help in a marginal increase the quantities of y. So it can be means so x produces the in adding to the in more quantities, but do not help to the in y. So it can be in do not help to the y. So next, the law of demand sharing returns refers to an additional single factor of production. So it is also in demand sharing returns. So it can be used in additional in single production. That result in demand sharing to the marginal production of output. So it can be in decrease to the in marginal production. It is helped to approach in production theory. So it can be helped to the in production of theory. The law of consider other factors in constant. So in the so other factors can be in constant. Suppose in produce one produces in another product. So product 2. In the case of there will be a level where adding to the unit 1 production will not be help to the marginal increase in a production of 2 quantities. So it can be increasing to the in first production. Okay, first product. There will be no adding to the in a secondary production. It can be in marginal production. So the components of law dimensioning marginal returns, the factors production, the marginal production and total production. So the components of in marginal production, it can be used in a marginal production and a total production. The law of demand sharing returns is used mainly by taking a short-term production even because the principles lays in relating to other factors of production. So law of demand it can be mainly used by the short-term production. So the production constant except the one utilities to compare with the output. So it can be one utility, it can be compared to the in other outputs. So in this diagram, so x quantity in y quantity. So y-axis and x-axis పైన x quantity, y-axis పైన y ఇక్కడ quantity తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది x1 x2 xp. So y1 y2 yp. So it can be x12 in y1, x2 y2, xp yp. So in this the curve is the law of demand sharing. So it is also the curve it can be in demand sharing to the so in this curve so it can be decreases. So in the diagram so in the above diagram the explanation. So the law of demand sharing returns as a factor x rises from 1 unit to 2 units. So it can be 1 unit to 2 units, it can be increases. The number of y increases. So it is also 1, 1, so x1, y1, so x2, y2, it can be in increases. But as x quantities rise further to p, so xp, it can be rather to in p. The production assumes in decreasing the rate till in yp. So it is also in decreasing to the in a yp. So this decreases the law above. In this law, it can be one discussed above. Another noticeable accepts that more comes to point when the further increases unit, x will only reduce the production of y. So x will be in reduced to the in production of in y. It can be reduced. So there is not only does increase in the input affect the marginal product, so it cannot be affected to the in only marginal production, but also the in total production also it can be affected. The law is mostly applicable to the in production setting. So it can be indicates to the in production settings also in rising and decreasing to the in productions. So this is the law of demand sharing returns.